Ringing up Christopher Browell.
This is the Vodafone voicemail service for 07769247196. Please leave a message after the tone. When you finish recording, please hang up or press the hash key for more options.
Yes, hello, Mr. Browell. It's Mr. Hussain here. Once again, leaving yourself another daily message, and you're once again refusing to engage with me. Bit of a late message today. It's going to be, I think, about 10 past 10 in the late evening. I'm leaving a late message because I've been busy with other things, trying to sort things out. So I've not had an opportunity to leave you a message earlier. But it's a weekend. You're not working. You're happily, blissfully enjoying your weekend after putting my brother into a situation that's detrimental to his health. And I've made it quite clear to Mr. Browell, I don't blame you personally. I mean, ideally, you should have just resigned your post. The fact that you've chosen not to do so over these intervening years, much like your predecessors, Bali, Nota, and Fungai Machichitiri, shows the fact that you are ultimately culpable and liable for every tyranny that's been perpetrated against us. You had an option to resign from your post, but you chose not to do so and have put my brother into a situation that's clearly detrimental to his health and well-being, all under the guise of acting in his best interest. Both you and your manager, Mohammed Fayaz, have been complicit in the tyranny that's been taking place against us. I mean, I've been always open and transparent with yourself. I've tried to have lengthy conversations. I know the fact that we've been on the telephone for up to 3 hours at times, talking, trying to resolve the situation. I know I spoke to your manager, Mohammed Fayaz, for over 2 hours one time, trying to clarify the situation, and it was all to no avail, is it? You did what you were going to do. You tried to resolve a situation through the only act that you know of, abuse of power and tyranny that's resulted in me being arrested and my brother being held in custody now for exactly 10 months now. So today is 8th of June 2024, and on the 8th of August 2023, you kidnapped my brother. So that's 10 months that you've had him in your care and custody, and denying me access to see him while you've been clandestinely carrying out capacity assessments or fabricated capacity assessments for your benefit, so you could justify all the actions that you've been taking. Now, yesterday I tried to leave you a message, I left you a message regarding the attempt to frame me through your machinations, which has clearly failed now. You tried to frame me to justify to justify me not seeing my brother, and that all kind of failed. And then you had to work with the care home and the police to concoct a scenario that after I had visited my brother, he became basically went crazy, did he, as a result of me visiting when we had such a positive interaction, and that was increased, no doubt would have been to his betterment and well-being when he had seen his brother, his carer, his primary carer, after 300 days. That then resulted in him having a mental breakdown today, the very next day, resulting in me not being banned from both telephoning and visiting my brother from now on, because you're acting in his best interest. Now, what a complete load of crock. You know it and I know it, and it's very difficult for you to maintain such a position. That's why you're refusing to look me in the eyes and say, yeah, this is the kind of bullshit that we're spewing out now, and you must believe us because quote unquote we're professionals, we are acting in the best interest, we're paid at public expense to do a job, we're qualified to do this job. You're undermining our qualifications and our position and standing, because we are, what is it, holier than holy? Is your words written down on the tablets of God, are they? That is so truthful, when the reality is you're just full of bullshit. It's all lies, it's all peddling lies, so you cover up your own failures because you want to get out of paying the care costs. We're in the situation now, it's 10 times worse, isn't it? And I remind myself that on the 30th of May 2023, exactly a year ago, you were saying in your own words, which I recorded and get back to you, that I'm the best carer for my brother and nobody's going to attempt to remove me, for my brother, from my care. Nobody's trying to carry out clandestine assessments. Everything's been now done, and we're not going to take your brother away from you. And then a year later, you are in such a situation where I have not seen my brother for 300 days, and you're then giving instructions to the care home to the care home that I can speak to my brother. And I spoke to him exactly a year later from that initial conversation on the 30th of May. I've managed to speak to him because on the 30th of May, you've instructed the care home manager to allow me to speak to my brother on the telephone. So we've gone from one situation where you're saying, no, Mr. Hussain, nobody's going to take you, nobody was trying to take your brother away from you. You are the best carer and it's in his best interest. And now you lumbered him into a place where he's not seen his brother for the last 300 days, where he's telling me he's feeling entrapped, he's been poisoned, he has nobody, it's not culturally appropriate for him. You just basically dumped him wherever you felt appropriate. And now that I've gone and seen him in such a disheveled state, you've not gone to see him, have you? Nobody's gone to see him. They've just basically washed your hands of him as a cheaper option. And then when I've gone to see him, I've realized that nobody's even cut his hair or cut his nails. He's in disheveled clothes, urine smelling disheveled clothes. And this is the care that you're providing him with. This is exactly right, is it? My brother's complaining that complaining that he doesn't have the appropriate clothes, appropriate attire. Nobody's meeting his religious needs, cultural needs. He's just a dog in a kennel for you, isn't it? So you put him in that kennel to tick box your exercise that you're acting in his best interest. And as soon as I've gone down and raised these issues and tried to bring them to the manager's attention, the proprietor has now told me to do one. He's going to cancel the contract.
15 seconds recording time remaining.
So my understanding is that the proprietor is going to cancel the contract, and you're going to have to find somewhere else for my brother. And once again, you're going to try to restrict my contact with him because of what? What have you done now? This is 10 times worse. I implore you and urge you to get in touch with you and try to resolve this situation before my brother ends up dying.
Your recording time has expired.
Before my brother ends up dying in your care and custody.
Press 1. To review message, press 2. To re-record message, press 3. Message sent. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.